So again, a warm welcome to our IGEL OS 12.3.0 stable release session. Today we have Rene Recker and Christian Werner, our Director of Product Management, presenting the latest base OS release. Christian, how are you?
Quite good. Thanks a lot. Always a pleasure to be here. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, IGEL community. And yeah, as you mentioned, topic today is the upcoming IGEL OS 12 base system stable release. Should I continue or do you want to add some words to your introduction?
No, that's fine. We can just go further.
Okay, then let's start. So as mentioned, the next release is the 12.3.0. Details of that update is definitely one main part. Perhaps another one, and additional special part today is where we need you and your opinion for the further development of IGEL OS. A quite specific task, of course, we are reworking the design and also the user interface, and therefore we have one special topic at the end of the presentation. But yes, first the release details. As always, security updates are relevant. For that, we are offering a minor kernel update with that version. In that release, we are still using kernel 6.1, but in current version 6.1.63. New kernel version will be 6.6, 6.7 will be offered then with the 12.4.0 in April. This is then necessary to support Intel Meteor Lake-based devices and chipsets. So just as outlook in regards of kernel. But now back to the 12.3.0. A lot of further security updates are implemented to address and fix security issues as GhostScript, CAPS, curl, OpenVM, WebKit, QEMU, Samba, libx11, Xorg, Group2. A lot of vulnerabilities and a lot of CVEs are addressed with that release with the 12.3.0. Furthermore, OpenVPN got an update as well. This contains now the current security ciphers. Definitely also a necessary topic. This was implemented in IGEL OS 11 already, but now also updated in OS 12.
I would just like to jump in there, Christian, because we had, as always, discussion in the IGEL community regarding the cipher stuff. And just in case, guys, if you're still using a custom command, changing that by using an SED command, just remove it, please, as soon as you use IGEL OS 12, because it's not needed anymore and included by default in our configuration manager. Great stuff.
Perfect. Thanks a lot for the addition here. Very new implementation called MACsec or 802.1 AE is implemented. So this is a network security standard used for Ethernet connected devices. The MACsec protocol provides point-to-point security of data between Ethernet connected devices, and it can secure data communications. So with MACsec enabled, the connected devices exchange and verify security keys to establish bidirectional secure link. So quite nice and quite specific, and definitely also nice enhancement in regards of security. Okay, now the switch, of course, that's quite nice, but of course there's more. So providing support of structured text is now also part of OS 12. And this offers an easier onboarding of devices in web-based UMS, just via corresponding entry field in Setup Assistant. The onboarding device gets directly sorted in the corresponding tree in the UMS
just in case,
tree.
guys. Yeah, just in case, because it's something that is worth to mention. The one thing is to use structured tag for the onboarding via the first run wizard. But besides that, don't forget that there is a DHCP option 226, which will also influence that structured tag handling. And that's definitely a great feature if you're using that on a wider broad of networks where you cannot afford to create default directory rules for everything, for every IP range. That's where the structured tag can help you a lot.
Indeed, thanks a lot for that. And also post-session commands, very demanded, will be now offered again with that specific actions can be performed once the session is closed. We are offering predefined actions, but also custom commands can be used here. So very flexible and nice solution, and now also on OS 12. But here worth to mention is that corresponding apps will follow. So we have now the implementation in the base system, but of course you need also the corresponding apps for that.
That's, by the way, a huge improvement, because I know that it was a roadblocker for a lot of our customers and partners to not move to IGEL OS 12 and to Cosmos initially, because the procession commands were not there. So just in case if you're not knowing what we are talking about, as soon as you close a session because of inactivity or because you just log off a session, it would be great, in my opinion, if the device would also shut down or log off itself automatically based on that action. And that's what the procession command is doing. Basically, you close something, and from there, you can initiate an action. And the action can be a log off, can be a reboot, can be a shutdown. That's also a cool enhancement if you're thinking about updates and action that you want to perform without an interaction of the user. So great improvement of the IGEL OS 12 ecosystem.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that. And I hear you are an expert, so definitely that's the possibilities here. So a nice and, as mentioned, flexible solution for that. The next point is the device-specific commands, now also offered with UMS 12.3.100 and this IGEL OS release, so you need both for that. And this is the base for any BIOS-related apps we are going to offer in the very next time. So this includes then the remote management possibilities of BIOS versions on specific endpoints and also firmware updates on headsets, as we're offering that for the EPOS and Jabra solution. So apps here will follow. A real big feature enhancement offered with that release are the added possibilities for using SSO on IGEL OS level. Besides of Azure ID and Okta, we are now supporting OpenID Connect-based IDPs via generic approach. So OpenID Connect is quite common, and so a lot of IDPs are now possible to use with IGEL OS 12. Also, VMware Workspace ONE access is offered now. Furthermore, ping identity, and we prepared SSO for Citrix. This requires also an adjustment of the Citrix Workspace app, which is currently in progress, so will follow. Once ready, SSO for Citrix can be directly used with this base system, and with the enhancement and the support of the further options here, SSO on IGEL OS level is quite complete because we are supporting basically all main players here in that field of identity management. Good. Then, of course, besides of security and in the great hardware support, a further focus topic on our end is usability. For that, we are constantly working on our so-called tray apps. As you know, Wi-Fi Ethernet was offered with the 12.2.0 release, and battery and UMS connection with the first GA release. Now with the 12.3.0, we are offering a complete new tray app for input. So this combines a mouse and touchpad with relevant options. Given we a tray app, this looks like that. So options like scroll behavior, mouse speed, palm detection, click behavior, and a few more are available here. And these can be set by the user in a handy, fancy, and easy way just to your tray app. So
I like
no
the fancy
need for
part.
that's good. Of course, you've heard about the unified design system that will change the design of the tray apps also in the next version in the 12.4.0. But of course, now you have the first version of that, and all tray apps will then be graphically reworked in the 12.4.
Just a quick remark on that. I'm not sure if we are really allowed to talk about this, but this kind of small enhancement that the user is seeing is based obviously on your feedback, guys, from the community, from our customers, but also because we have, and again, I'm not sure if we are allowed to talk about this, but an IGEL at IGEL project where more or less everyone at IGEL will and is already using IGEL OS as an operating system instead of Linux, Windows, and Mac. And that helps definitely a lot to find small things which blocks the experience of our users to have a smooth experience with our IGEL OS. And that's just a small improvement, but we are so thankful for that because it's just one small step, but it's the right step in the direction of being a full-blown operating system on the endpoint and giving all the abilities to configure the device as you would like to do so on your Windows endpoint. And I can just tell that in case you use that on IGEL OS 11, you had to define the display switcher session or to define the quick setting session just to give the ability to change the mouse setting. And obviously you couldn't change everything there. Now having a tray app makes our life a way easier, guys. Truly thankful for that.
Exactly, and that's the target. So no need for quick setup, for TC setup, because the relevant options are directly here in a handy way for the user. So the user can set the relevant things on his own in an easy and also fancy way as mentioned. Of course, furthermore, we are working on reworked and better tray apps. So of course, there's more to come. The next one is the display configure on OS 12 for offering a better and reliable tool for configure of up to 8 screens. Super easy via drag and drop. And of course, further options via drop-down menus to set up the whole environment as you need it. And we'll try to offer also a first test version for that in early 2024. GA of that feature is currently targeted for the 12.4.0 in April. This is also the plan for usage of new tray apps in lock screen. Currently, you still see the old implementation, so we have to do that step by step, but that will be changed by then as well. And also a topic for the 12.4.0 is also the new tray for WWAN connections, so LTE connections, Bluetooth devices, so Bluetooth management, and also audio config. So as mentioned, we are reworking this stuff for offering more implementations, more changes to offer a nice and improved user experience. So that's the goal behind the new tray apps here. Of course, we have added also some hardware in that release, as basically with every published release, we are offering more supported devices of our partners. In that release, 2 new LG all-in-one devices are added, and with that, actually is offering the official support for these devices and validate the functionality with the upcoming stable releases of the software series as well. So customer can rely on non-limited functionality with the upcoming releases on these devices. Apps, of course, now a big part with the new modular system of OS 12. With that, customers can use the app they want in the version they need. And of course, we are constantly extending the amount of apps. So new apps are offered. And of course, we are updating the existing apps as well. New apps in the making are the progressive web app for Teams. So for the local usage, as mentioned, local usage of the IGEL OS is a focus topic. You can use that in combination with web-based Office applications. As mentioned with the tray apps, the configuration is super easy. So the new and perfect use case now in OS 12.
Just in case, I know that there was a lot of discussions around in the Azure community, but also on the market regarding Teamstab PWA and codec. I know that we are already working on this, so just in case you are listening to this, please join our Azure community, and we will be happy to explain you why it would just blow up the session. But we are aware of this issue. It's not an Azure-related issue, by the way, but really a codec issue. But without wanting to say too much, I know that we are already on the right track to fix this, right, Christian?
Yes, of course. We found a solution for that, so we will offer them the codec in a legal corrected way, and we are working on finalizing that. And that Teams PWA with non-limited functionality will be offered in January. So that's the plan for that. And therefore, the codec is relevant because without codec, you would not be possible to do screen share or to see the webcam picture or the video of that within Teams.
That's sometimes good, right? To not see the other person, but that's maybe another discussion. Let's switch to the next one.
So it depends on the call, definitely, but I guess it would be nice if you could decide by your own. Okay, so more things to come. HP BIOS tools, as mentioned. So we need the device-specific commands for that. As mentioned, now possible to offer. Therefore, the HP BIOS tools will be the next app to come in these regards. 90-meter smart card solutions, also a good and well-known solution already offered with OS 11, now also possible with OS 12 then. A further browser with Firefox in addition to the offered Chromium. Also HP Anywhere in current version for offering their high performance protocol, of course, also in current version. and our unique solution of the webcam blurring on OS level. This can then be used for any unified communication solution. Of course, also already known from OS 11, this will now be ported to OS 12 as an app. Further monitoring solution with Lakeside SysTrack and also the classic terminal emulation ERICOM power term is in the making, so also possible with OS 12 and the corresponding app. A lot of updates to come as well. So Citrix Workspace app 2311, this is now GA. So today is the December 14th, and of course we try to offer the app as fast as possible. And so therefore we are directly working on the corresponding app. IGEL AVD, IGEL Remote Desktop app, regular updates for that, also for browser updates, currently Chromium. Once we have Firefox, this will be updated also in a regular way. Unified communication plugins, always an important topic, and many more. So a lot of regular updates are in the making, are offered in a constant way to keep the whole system up to date with all its solutions. Good. Now to the mentioned big new task for you as member of the IGEL community, as an IGEL OS user. And currently, we are working on a new concept for the IGEL desktop. We've discussed several options and are now able to offer a selection of 2 concepts. And now this is the point where we need your opinion. So what is the preferred way for you? One is the floating concept. That means no real full taskbar anymore, just reduced to the core elements with an open and modular design. So one small bar contains the start menu, the apps, so the quick start and the open apps, and the tray apps on the other side with the classic clock and date. And of course, there you see also the tray apps. So this is the example of the desktop without opened window. There you see an example with opened windows and one with a maximized application. So there is the frame. Or do it the classic way, but of course also rework, but still classic. This is the classic taskbar concept. One continuous taskbar, graphically reworked, but of course still classic. Here also an example with opened windows and one with maximized application.
Just in case you're just showing something, I mean, I will come back to the design in a second, but just go back for a second. You're working on a new display switcher, right? I don't want to tease too much because I know that a lot of our insiders are listening, but there was a new display switcher in the queue, right?
Yes, as mentioned in regards of 12. So I don't think that we will call it display switcher again, but there will be also a new tray for the display config as well.
So just in case if you are just listening to the session, please watch the recording because you will see how it looks like. And I have a small preference for number 1, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, thank you. Great.
Yeah, perfect. So as mentioned, we need your opinion. So we will offer the examples via screenshots, and the corresponding poll will be offered within the community. This poll is open until mid of January, so the exact date will be announced then. And of course, we are really keen to hear your opinions for that. And for that, I thank you so much in advance. And in general, always a great pleasure to present the releases. And I wish you all a Merry Christmas, nice gifts, and a happy new 2024. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Christian. Sorry, go ahead, Rene.
Sebastien, I don't know what you're thinking, but this is really exciting for me. So we had the session with Florian around UMS. We're seeing now the new version of the OS. It's really exciting times because with every release we're getting better and better. It's fantastic to see the display configuration you're working on, but also involving our community to get their opinion about this. It feels really cool to be part of this at the moment. Sebastien, I don't know how you feel, but the feedback also from the community is really cool at the moment, and I'm really looking forward what is coming also in 2024.
You just nailed it, definitely. I mean, every release we are delivering now on the Cosmos and OS 12 is just going in the right direction. I mean, things that we asked for years now, without blaming someone, but they're coming now. And just because we were asking, That's one thing, but our customer base was asking for it either. So no, it's just amazing work, guys. Just one small hint on the poll, because you said it, and Rene, you mentioned it right now. We have a web UMS survey at the moment for prioritization of features that you would like to see in an upcoming feature. And our product management, in that case, Christian, was so kind to provide another one. So we will provide the link to the survey in the IGEL community. So just in case, if you are not a member, join us on join.igelcommunity.com. And inside of the community, we will share the link to that poll. So you will be able to choose between version 1 and version 2. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out us to Rene or myself, and we're really happy to answer any questions you might have on that release. Guys, I can't thank you enough, and I hope you will have a great Christmas and New Year's Eve if you are not hearing us again for another magic release. I wish you all the best for you and your families, and to our listeners the same. See you soon.
Thanks a lot. See ya. Bye.
Bye.